What is going on, guys? I am Consumer Tech Review, and today we're gonna be seeing if a custom mechanical keyboard, well, can it stop a bullet? All right, now for this, come on down. We are gonna be using the MOD007 for this. This is an extra one that I have. I have two extra ones, so I decided to use this one. This is a fully, listen to that, this is a solid metal case. I mean, this probably weighs 3 pounds, probably 3 pounds. Also, don't worry if you think I'm destroying a nice keyboard. I give away a keyboard every week, so that's kind of, you know, my giving back to society. And then if we can get these switches, these are, you know, just cheapy keycaps, and we got Gateron Browns in there. So don't worry, we're not destroying anything super nice except for the case, but that's what we really want to see. So come on down. First of all, we've got this little thing to protect us from any shrapnel. Hopefully it'll protect us, but then down here we have downrange. We got two cameras. One's gonna be going slow-mo, the other one's gonna be 4K, so that we can get, well, we can see all of the damage and see if this does, you know, will it stop a bullet? All right, so this is gonna be set right down here. We are gonna be hitting the back of the case first. If that can withstand it, then we'll go to the front of the case and see how switches, keycaps, and everything get affected by a bullet. But I'm excited about this one, because this thing, I mean, this is like a $150, $160 custom keyboard, solid metal. Will it stop a bullet? Let's see. We're gonna prop it up and making sure that we always keep it at a slight angle down so that shrapnel doesn't come back and hit us. So we have to kind of have it like that so the shrapnel comes down. Kids, do not try this at home, as fun as it may look. I'm a trained professional. All right, so there we got it set. We're gonna turn the cameras on and we're gonna move our way up in caliber, see if this thing can withstand a bullet. Let's do it. And obviously we got proper hearing protection on. The camera's got proper hearing protection on, so let's get to it. We're gonna start with a very small 22 millimeter, and that is this tiny round right here. Very small, not going incredibly fast, but I think it might dent it slightly since it is aluminum, but let's see. All right, and loading it up. We're live, and we're gonna fire in 3, 2, that knocked it back quite a bit. Let's see how it does. All right, we're gonna turn these cameras off and then let's see how this did.
Before we continue with the video giveaway alert, every single Sunday, every video that comes out on Sunday that I do, so once a week we're doing a keyboard giveaway. If you want to be entered to win a Gas 67 DIY keyboard kit, the winner will be chosen 7 days from the posting date, which is, well, right now for you. Find the 2-second clip in this video that will show you how to enter in this giveaway. So if you want to win a Gas 67, check that out. But now, back to the video.
No way. There is no way. So first, I mean, listen to this thing. Solid, did not expect this. Solid hit, a hole right through the metal. You can see how thick this metal is. This was a little bit, I didn't even think the 22 would scratch this, but I guess since it is aluminum and it's so fragile, it actually knocked 2 switches out here. Get a zoom in on that. It knocked 2 switches out. It bent the PCB, and I think it actually broke the PCB. Still types, I would expect it to still work, but the fact that that went all the way through and it did a solid bend on the case, that actually makes me feel better about ricochets, but wow. That's surprising, didn't expect that. Thought this would be a longer video, but you know what? We're still gonna move it up. We're still gonna see how a 9mm does against this. Let's do it. All right, bumping up quite a bit. 9mm full metal jacket out of a Canick TP9SFx. All right, we're live, let's do it. Getting a shot, 3, 2, solid hit. All right, let's go check it out. Ooh, we got some damage here. All right, that is amazing. It went absolutely straight through this, bent this piece right here. I'm surprised this didn't snap. We can see metal from the metal plate coming up here. Popped the top off of a switch, and this is actually a little hot right here. So it did a ton of damage. Let's see the back. A solid hit through. Incredibly surprising that something this thick, well, technically it stopped a 22 long rifle. 9mm coming out the back. So if you're holding one of these up thinking that it's gonna be body protection, it's just not gonna work. This barely holds anything back at all. However, that was just 9mm full metal jacket. That was not hollow point, which is what you would see with common home defense. So we're gonna do a 9mm hollow point, see how that does. Also, the knob popped off and is all the way back here. So we're gonna stick that back on because it would be interesting to get a hit on that later, see how that does. All right, let's do it. All right, here we got 9mm hollow point. So we're just gonna use a common home defense round out of, again, 9mm Canick TP9SFx. Let's do it, going live. Solid hit. go check it out. All right, now this one, solid hit on the side. You can see here, that one went in a lot better than this one. Maybe chance, seems to come in from an angle. And here we got similar, almost the same results as the other 9mm full metal jacket. You have here, pops out one switch, bends the plate up, although this stays perfect right there. Overall, still incredibly surprising. I guess it is aluminum, but I did think this case would stand up better to that. But let's try a 12 gauge now. We're gonna work our way up from birdshot, your classic birdshot. This may be able to withstand birdshot. Let's see. All right, 12 gauge birdshot. Not gonna have a lot of penetration with this because it's so small. However, there's a lot of power behind this. So let's see how it does. All right, going live. 3, 2. We're clear. Let's check it out. And pretty much exactly what I thought would happen here. We have it just absolutely pelting this with rounds, but you can see none of it made it at all through. I mean, barely a scratch on here. But what's crazy is that the 22 LR went absolutely right through. It's amazing that this punched out the aluminum, because you can see the 9mm is barely bigger than that 22. Just that 22 had more stopping power, just smacked it through. But the interesting thing now is to see how will buckshot do, being a much bigger shotgun round than this birdshot. Let's see how it does. All right, 12 gauge buckshot. Let's do it. Going live. 3, 2. I hope that was picked up on camera. Every single switch just blew out of the keyboard. Make sure it's safe. Let's go check it out. Okay, before we check out the keyboard, come back here. We got keycaps everywhere. This is gonna be a job to clean up right now. I didn't even think about that. We got switches and keycaps literally everywhere now, just blown out of the keyboard. Look at that, amazing. Scattered all throughout here. Let's check the keyboard out now. And we can see here some interesting results. We definitely got some impact here, and it looks like 2 or 3 right here as well. 2 hit right there and 1 hit right next to where the 22 hit. But you can see the amount of sheer force that that 22 brought while not always breaking through is amazing. Totally bending the keyboard. It looks like 1 hit right here, 1 hit right here, and then that kind of crushed it open. 2 hit right there, 1 hit here, and 2 just slammed it open. But look at that. Completely bent and destroyed by the 12 gauge buckshot. I think it's fair to say if you got hit with buckshot and you were holding this up, it may actually survive. Because if we look here, this is where the buckshot hit. This is the only point, but I'm not actually sure it went actually full through. It's a possibility, but it's definitely gonna slow it down a lot. But those were interesting results. I was thinking we were gonna have to move it up to 5.56, 223, 7.62 actual rifle rounds, or at least something like 44 Magnum. However, unfortunately, because this is aluminum, well, it goes right through. So even your most expensive, I guess this is not even close to the most expensive, but a metal keyboard like this is just not gonna cut it for you. And yes, a bullet will go through it. This is a very fun video to make, but a little bit anticlimactic there. All right, let's just have some fun and see what kind of damage we can do to this thing really quick. All right, we'll go more buckshot. Going live. Safe. All right, that was 2 buckshot. I saw it. It blew the screws out of the back. Come on, let's check it out. Look at this. Completely blown off the back. We can see the screw holes here yanked out, completely ripped out. You can see on here and there, just ripped out of the back. Look at the cable, completely destroyed and ripped out. The back of the case, we hit this from the front. Okay, so we can see here it's not making it through. Look at that. I mean, you would think being that thick that it would stop something, but it just doesn't. Now we got keycaps everywhere. That is pretty amazing. All right, guys, there you have it. If you thought that you could stop a bullet with a custom keyboard like this, you're just wrong. It's not gonna happen. I was wrong because I thought this would stop it, but it did not. However, MOD007 is still a great keyboard. If you want to check it out, links below. And if you enjoy this kind of different kind of video, I thought this would be a much longer video and a much more interesting video. However, this is what it was. All right, this is Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, everyone here is a trained professional and don't do this at home.